Well, what Melbourne is kind of a street circuit, kind of parkland, isn't it? But high speed as well, all at the same time.
It's got everything a track needs. It's got slow speed, tight corners. It's got a nice high-speed section.
It's driver's track, basically.
Braking quality is important.
Got quite a pronounced stress because of drainage, so you really feel the car when you move over the middle of the circuit, pulling from one side to the other.
Difficult to overtake. I think it's also the type of circuit it is.
And it really puts a balance of what's difficult into a racing lap.
It's always been a track that on paper looks actually quite easy to drive. To go quick, it's a tricky little thing.
You do need to have a very special line, some corners to able to maximize your lap time. So what they have done over there is great.
Because it's not permanent, it's got the bumps, it's got the street track kind of esque twists and turns.
Many of the corners are very similar to the exit. They just open up a bit. If your car's working well on one or two corners, it works well on most of the track. You've got to get down the straights as well.
You're under the trees and you're between the walls, so there's no room for error, which I think is the biggest thing.
It's a sort of slight curious mix of street circuit in some places where, like Monte Carlo, where there's very little runoff, and more classic racetrack where you do have runoff areas, like down into turn 1, down into the braking in turn 3 and the likes.
Well, turn 3 is deceptive because there's a bit of a curve on the way into it, and it always seems to, especially when you're in traffic or close behind somebody else, it surprises you. You can get in there a bit deep and then you pass the point of no return. So you don't tend to have small accidents around there.
And of course it's always beginning of the season, so everybody's all a little bit sort of, ready to go. And you've got to calm it down, especially when it's in a qualifying situation.
Being the first race of the season, sometimes the cars are not, as prototypes, fully developed in terms of the reliability. So you've always got your fingers crossed that you're going to make the end of the race.
Aerodynamically, the car needs to be well suited because you have turn 10 and 11 where you just carry a lot of speed into both of them. So you do have to have kind of aerodynamic balance to be able to go fast.
The great thing about Melbourne is the track has hardly changed. In fact, I don't think it's changed at all since I raced there. So it's one of the few tracks I can compare my lap time to. So I was looking at the lap times and I would have qualified pole position with 10 seconds a lap faster last year. So I wouldn't even have got in the race. So that's a kind of a bit of a surprise.
It's just a brilliant challenge and I still love watching it even today, seeing how these guys deal with it in these very, very different race cars they have nowadays.
If you find the groove there, it really works for you. And if you can't, it's difficult. And often, of course, you get rookies. Their first ever Grand Prix is Albert Park, and they just struggle to find their way a bit. It's quite a tricky track.
Anything can happen here. Safety cars are a common part of Melbourne race, and making the right strategy, the right pit stop can bring you into an opportunity. So to get that win was maybe somewhat unexpected before the race, but it was great nonetheless, and I think a good example of teamwork and good strategic calls.
Thanks for giving me a great victory there.